Hello there, Charger family. This is Mrs. Boyd's Math Room. Welcome. Thanks for joining me today for a little talk about points, lines, and planes. Some very exciting stuff. Let's get into it. Points first. A point is simply a location. It looks like, if we want to draw a point, it's a dot with the capital letter next to it. So a dot with an A next to it. Fun fact, it has no shape or size. So it looks like it takes up this space, right? It looks like it would take up that space of the dot, but it's actually just exactly that point. We can't see any amount of space that it takes up. It's only that specific point. Okay. Another fun fact, things are collinear, C-O-L-L, linear, oh boy, if they are points on the same line. We name a point, so like this point that we have up here, if we were to name that, we would name it point A. Okay, so points has a location, looks like a dot with a capital letter next to it. We name it as point, and then whatever that letter is that describes it. It has no specific shape or size. If something is collinear, that means they're points on the same line. Like cohabitate, you live with someone. Collinear, these lines live on the same line. These points live on the same line together. All right, next. Now that's points. We want to look at lines. So a line is made up of points. Okay, it has, that's number one. Number two, it has no thickness or width. So up here, up here we said that point is a location with no shape or size. If a line is made up solely of points, it has no thickness or width because points have no size, right? So it's simply just the connection between 2 points and all the points between that. If we were going to draw a line, let's see if I can make a straight one. I'm going to doubt it. Here we go. Say a little prayer. It's not awful. It's not awful. It could be worse. It could be better, though. So we got to have that. And one of those. And one of those. So a line looks like a line. It's got to have arrows on each end because this line continues on and on infinitely in either direction. It's made up of these, it's described by at least 2 points. We need 2 points to make a line. Or it can just have a name of a line. So if we're going to name this line, we can name it after its name. So we could call this line M. We could call it line AB because those are the 2 points that are described that we can see that lie along the line. We could abbreviate that AB with a line over it. Line's got to have arrows on each end. Or we could do the reverse of that and call it line BA and abbreviate it the same way. Oh, I really wrote that terribly. I'm so sorry. There we go. Facts about lines. It's made up of points, like we said before. My handwriting is really terrible with this. I apologize. So it has no thickness. Also, there is only one line. Underline that, one line through any 2 points. Only one line exists between 2 points. And when lines intersect, it happens at 1 point. Okay? 3 things you need to know about lines. Last but not least, on the front of this page, we're going to talk about planes. So we've talked about points, lines, now planes. Planes are a flat surface made up of points. I like to think of it like a sheet of paper. It looks like we can draw it kind of like a parallelogram here. And it's going to have 3 or more points in it. Or it could have a label. That's a cursive P. Bear with me on that. We could name this lovely purple plane, lots of P's. We could name it plane P because it has an actual label to the plane, plane P. We could name it plane ABC. Cat toy, don't despair, it's the weird noise. And then we could name it any combination of those 3 letters that lie on the plane. So plane ACB, plane BAC, plane BCA, plane CAB, plane CBA. Notice all of these names have plane in front because we're describing a plane. Now, the facts about planes. It extends indefinitely. So forever and ever, amen. In all directions. So like a giant sheet of paper that goes on forever and ever and ever. It's created by 3 non-collinear points. That means there are 3 points not on the same line. If we look at A, B, C, those are points not on the same line. They are coplanar, which means they're lines on the same plane. And when planes intersect, they do so at a line. Not a lime. Holy moly. We're on a tropical island. Our planes are intersecting at a lime. Goodness gracious. Planes intersect at a line. Holy cow. There you go. All right. So get all these fun facts down because you're going to need them soon. Okay. Flip your page over and let's do a little practicing here. You've got points, lines, and planes. Create a diagram of the following. Lines MN and PQ intersect at point R. Well, let's draw that first. MN, whoa. So we've got an M and an N, and line PQ. You know, let's finish reading it before I draw anymore. Line MN lies in a plane A, but PQ does not. Point B lies in plane A, but is non-collinear with either line. All right, so MN and PQ intersect, and they lie in two different planes. So we're doing good with our drawing so far. So let's put point P up here and point Q down here. So these two lines intersect, and they do so at point R. Line MN is in plane A. So we're going to have to draw MN is in plane A. Ooh, that was a bad one. Well, imagine this is a plane. Oh, that's just the worst drawing. I'm so sorry. And let's call this plane A, and little cursive A up here. So we've got, let's review what we have. MN and PQ intersect at R. And it says MN is plane A and PQ is not. So imagine MN is flat. The plane A is flat along MN and PQ is coming out of it. A little bit like you stick a pencil through a piece of paper. Point B lies in plane A but is non-collinear with either line. So we've got point B that is on plane A but is not collinear with PQ or MR. There we go. That looks not too bad, except for all my drawing and handwriting. Okay. Now we want to name two sets of three collinear points. So 3 points on the same line. Well, we have two of those. The first one is going to be points. See if you can figure it out. M, R, N. Those are all three in a line because they're all in a line. M, R, N. And the other one will be points. Probably gave it away. P, R, Q. Those are all collinear. Next, name 3 non-collinear points. Well, we can pick P, and then we can pick another point not on the same line. So not R or Q, we can pick M. That's not on a line. And we can pick R. M and R are on a line together. They're collinear. P and R are collinear, but M, R, and P are not. So let's choose those for our points. So we want points P, R, and M. Name 2 coplanar lines. Well, we can do that. We've got, all we need is 2 points to make a line. So there's a line at line BM, and there's a line at M and R. So we've got those lines on the same plane. So we've got line BM and line MR. Name the intersections of plane A and PQ. Well, like I said, if plane A, you can imagine, is a piece of paper, and PQ is a pencil standing straight up out of that piece of paper, those intersect at that one point, point R. So these two intersect at point R. Name the intersection of PM, line PM, and line MN. So PM is a line, and MN is a line. Well, those only intersect at one point. You guessed it, point M. Two lines intersect at one point. Give another name for plane A. Well, remember we said above that we need 3 points on a plane to name it. So we can name this plane, any 3 points that are on the plane, B, M, N. We could name it BMR, BRN. Any of those 3 will work. And last but not least, name 3 planes other than plane A. Well, we need, let me see if I can zoom. Ooh, too far. That's all right. And we need 3 points that lie on the same plane to make a plane. So not plane A. So we can name plane, let's call it MRP, where those 3 points lie on the same plane. Another one we could name MRQ because those are going to lie on a different plane. And lastly, how about we name BMQ because those will be 3 more points on a totally different plane. I hope this makes some sense to you. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon.